deciding factor in that one was their success from the floor. I mean, they just hit big shots time and time again.
Big shots, little shots, are there such a thing? They all hit the shots, and it took the fans right out of it. What a performance away from home.
Gordon down low with Vucevic. Perez out there with Young. And it's Fournier in at the 3 slot. He's out there for
Emmanuel Mudiay's path to the NBA, so fascinating. 7th pick overall in 2015, but played in China prior to declaring for the NBA draft. I think that experience helped, but made Denver intrigued as to whether or not he could be the point guard for their organization for the future.
Well, following up on Mudiay, spent some time in China, grew up in Texas, and was born in the Congo. Well, that's quite a world traveler at his young age.
Well, my thing is, Kevin, did he keep all the miles? That's going to help out. Yeah, he's worked really closely with Coach Malone to improve his game during his rookie year, and he plays with a high level of confidence.
Oh
In the
my.
next couple seasons, how that develops.
And we got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Perez in their last game against the Hornets was tremendous. He had 52 points, and he got those points as he always does, knocking down shots from beyond the arc. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to believe that he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
Thanks for the great report, David. Guys, the way he carried them that night, I thought was truly incredible.
Unreal. I mean, he was literally on another planet in that game. He did it all on the floor.
Yeah, and it's another instance where he just proves that he's one of those guys who can step up and win a game for you practically all by himself.
Jokic with it, now guarded by Vucevic.
Oh, come on.
By Harris.
Important to have shooters on the floor that can spread you out. Gary Harris likes to nail the deep 3, and he does there.
Young outside. Here's Vucevic. Blanketed by the D. He flicks to the rim for the layup. Vucevic has got 8 points.
Love the assist. I mean, he knew
Oh, come on. Who's behind him?
He has to back off on defense just a little bit. His team cannot afford to have him on the bench at this point in the game due to foul trouble.
Terrell Arthur, who's checked in for Denver. Dishes it to Harris. Rebound by the Magic. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Gordon for 3, and again it's Orlando with a 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Harris passes to Arthur. Trying to find Mudiay, gets it to him. If it counts, he's got 9.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Perez kicks to Young. Here's Perez. And again, it's Orlando with a 3.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Young with the steal. To the inside. And then Gordon with the cover.
It's okay to watch fundamental basketball from time to time. Created the size mismatch down low and took advantage.
The Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Now here's Mudiay. Defense is right there. A 3 ball. Orlando grabs the miss. Vucevic has got his 3rd rebound tonight.
Those are the shots that you expect him to make. You've seen it before, and so far, just not on his A game tonight.
Dropping bombs. How many more things are we going to see from him tonight?
Well, some of that is up to the defense. Give him any space on the perimeter, it's going to turn the lights out.
Harris kicks to Jokic. And no good. The try spell continuing for him. There's the feed to Young. Here's Perez.
Oh, come on. I should have fell.
Denver's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter. So in the corner, it's Harris. And he's good on the 3 ball. Harris has got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Nuggets.
Yeah, he couldn't connect on anything from outside in the first quarter, but now he's at 2 threes in the second quarter, and he looks much better. But whether he's open or shooting with the defender in his his face, he's been equally unconscious.
Jokic passes to Chandler. Shot from 12. Almost, but it rolls out.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Prez kicks to Fournier, and there's the call on Chandler. That is his first foul of the game. Now, when some things go wrong, Greg, with the team, you often hear about a players-only meeting. I'm sure you've been through a couple of those. What exactly goes on in those meetings?
It's always interesting the location of some of those meetings,
Really?
Kevin, I can tell you. Yeah, depending on if you're at home or if you're on the road, you're going to cram 14 7-footers into room 605 and have a discussion and a heart-to-heart talk about where your season is headed. It's interesting to hear sometimes who speaks up in those meetings. Everybody's looking towards the star player, the guy that carries the most load, but sometimes the most impressive voice and the one that has the most impact can come from some strange places, some interesting places and with interesting perspectives.
Is it only relegated to bad teams, or have you been on good teams that have had players-only meetings?
I've had both, Kevin, and it's interesting when teams are having some success and call a players-only meeting, how much you get down to the details of what your season represents. If it's a bad team, we're talking about, reestablishing the entire civilization of what's going on around you. But on a really good team, it could be about something
Damn,
very,
good
very
shit.
specific. Your offense, your defense, or your approach to the games that you want to just clear up because there are greater things at stake.
Chandler a screen. Moutier with the ball. And Young picks him up defensively. Moutier dishes to Chandler. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Brent, you've been trading one time in your career. How jarring of an experience. And he's dominating.
Hey, Kevin, man, raining threes in the first half. How do you think they'll adjust you in the second half?
I expected they'll run a guy out at me when I cross half court or just have someone constantly up in my face from now on. I don't mind, though, because if they do that, I'll just let the rest of the team do some work, Easy.
Absolutely. Appreciate your time. Thank you. Back to you.
Freaking smoking them right now.
Good work, guys. Bring it in. Have a seat.
Listen up.
We're back with you in Orlando, where you can see some of the street art that adorns this beautiful city. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. We're seeing a tremendous game from Prez.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I'd also look at the coach and his game plan in terms of trying to find those good looks. They'll be looking to do the same here down the stretch.
So out there for the Nuggets right now. Moutier and Harris are their lengthy guard set. Wilson Chandler out there with Arthur. And it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. It's stolen by Prez. And look at Prez there, just punishing the rim.
Oh, and you love the ferocity. Prez finished that play off with no layups for the big fella.
Now here's Moutier. Jokic sets the screen for Moutier. No good from outside.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Vucevic controls the rebound and puts it back underneath.
Couldn't have asked for a better start to the second half, minus that one miss. 3 of 4 now from the field right now in the second half.
Moutier pass to Chandler. Harris outside. They get a hand on it. And oh, here we go. Young's got it. The fast break chance. And finished off by Prez.
No mistakes from Prez on that one. Going in hard with the jam with that unreal speed.
Harris kicks to Moutier. Chandler dishes to Harris. Ejected by Young. And he's able to get it back. Harris passes to Chandler. 5 to shoot. Here's Moutier. Connects in the foul line jumper. Moutier's got 11.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
And Young kicks to Green.
just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Pass to Arthur. Lets it go with the three. Not going to go that time. And it's the Magic taking it the other way and going against Denver, their first meeting of the season.
An interconference matchup. They faced these guys twice this season, and last year they took both games. Oh, great ball movement there.
Nuggets have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Really a slow start offensively. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kenneth Faried, and call him Kenneth. He gets mad when you say Ken. He's the manimal, one of the best rebounders in the league. He plays with a tremendous motor. But Faried said, I never look at myself as just an energy player. I just have a lot more passion than other people in the league. And I play hard. I have talent and...
Come on, man.
A key player for Team
Come on.
USA gold medal in 2014. Thanks, D.A.
Moutier.
Chandler against Green. Baseline J on the way. Again, the Nuggets score.
And how's that core move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
You watch Jokic play, and you can see why so many high on his ability to be a star someday. Brent has all the tools, is a legit 7-footer, and he moves with such ease.
Jokic has a nice face-up game and has lateral movement as a big, which is quite impressive. Sense of spacing with his passing is pretty good. His timing on defense is good. Be interesting to see how he develops in the next couple seasons.
Levin's checked in for Orlando. Here's Moutier. 11 points in the game. Inside. Here's Harris. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Prez picks one up. Well, if you watch Gary Harris out on the court, you can see he's always active. Very much looking for a chance to create a play or take advantage of an opportunity.
It'll be interesting for Gary Harris as the game settles down for him. The type of numbers on a consistent basis he'll be able to put up. Always a very mindful player of the space around him and can do a multitude of things.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
And knowing that's the kind of D the opposition has been playing, he's going straight for the jugular, just like he should.
Here's Arthur. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. You probably all know that you come from a huge basketball family. Your dad, Rick, leading the way and in the Hall of Fame, and your brothers all played at various levels. What was it like coming up in a basketball-centric household?
Well, first of all, thanks for the underhanded compliment there. You got that?
Yeah. Free throws upside. I got it.
It was a lot of fun. Having 2 older brothers and 1 younger was very, very competitive. So maybe some of the sapling from the fruits of that tree drifted out.
Okay. That's how you attack. Wow. And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
There's the pick. It's tipped. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. Let's now pause and take a look at the scoring breakdown between the front and back court of tonight's contests for the Magic.
And really, it's been the guards who have powered them into this substantial lead.
I want to put up, come on, let's go, let's put up 60 points. That's what I want to try. It's going to be hard, but...
Kicks to Levin. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Here's Prez.
That was too deep. Bad shot.
They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. And that concludes this long 6-game road trip. Chandler dishes to Arthur. And that one, good.
Well, Arthur usually on the outside.
Denver's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter. Prez, he's in a shooting guard. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Aaron Gordon. And it's Young, and it's Levins in at the one spot. That's who's out there for Orlando. Chandler, the pass to Jokic. Lock at 6. Martin. They get the rebound. Here's Nurkic, and it's blocked by Gordon. Barton, wide open, he fires. Denver gets it back. Nurkic kicks to Barton. The pass to Jokic. The shot by Chandler, wide open. No good, not a friendly rim at all this trip down. Out left to the wing. Here's Prez, and again it's Orlando converted.
And the avalanche has begun. Whenever Prez gets rolling, he is so hard to stop.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Jokic a screen. Now here's Chandler. Tight defense on him. Shot on the wing. Jokic, no good. The Magic have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. And here's Levins. Here's Prez. Buries the long-range jumper. Prez has got 49 points in the game.
Just so efficient on the catch and shoot there. You gotta love how Prez just squares up and delivers.
Back to Barton. Pass to Chandler. He feeds it to Nurkic. Barton with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. It's Barton with the drive. Gordon with the defensive effort.
They have to give a ton of credit to the defense for arriving just in time and altering that shot away from the basket.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder how much can they win by.
1 through 12, it's been a total team effort. Guys giving their all on both ends of the floor, and you can see that reflected on that scoreboard.
Young dishes to Levins. Biyombo kicks to Gordon. Young outside. Back to Gordon. Pass to Levins. On its way from Young for 2. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
A sensational focus. Young not letting it be affect his jumper at all. What a gifted shooter.
Barton outside, trying to find Chandler. He's got it now, and it's blocked by Gordon. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Prez. No good on the three. They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
And Gallinari kicks to Chandler. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Chandler's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Orlando.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone. And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Prez.
Let me tell you, it's a tall order guarding him tonight, and nobody that they put on him was up to the challenge. And he's always such a difficult matchup, but in this game, he was completely and utterly dialed in.
And they're on the kind of run that could have made a difference had it just started a little early.
Yeah, it feels like this one's in the books. The only opportunity left is to try and fix some issues that were exposed tonight.
Free throw good, Nurkic. And Brent, one thing you have to like about Jusuf Nurkic is that he plays with some edge to his game. I remember a moment where he scored on a defender, felt they tried to flop, and then handed the ball to them as they laid on the ground.
I love the confidence that he shows. He's a space eater, and he clogs up the lane, and then sometimes he just shows you he's got deft, touch, and soft hands.
Let's go.
Potential as he gets better.
Orlando with the ball. Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Perez with the bucket.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
Yeah, and good to see that these guys are excited, gave their all, and then some. This is the result of all that hard work.
Albert and Swords Orlando taking this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett.